So we're in Bath today. We're staying overnight on our way to Liverpool because we haven't had our fill of the Beatles yet. So we're going to do a walking tour of Bath and go and see the Roman baths. I just wanted to point out that this is where Lord Nelson once lived. In the 1st century, the Romans occupied Britain, and this place was of great religious significance to them. There's a hot spring here, and they built a temple and a whole complex around these baths. So this is inside the baths. We're currently on the top level looking down at the baths, but apparently this whole area was once covered with a curved roof, which is obviously no longer here anymore. Archaeologists actually still find artifacts at this site. So I don't know if you can see it on camera very well, maybe over there a bit, but you can see the steam coming off the hot bath, and this is the only hot natural spring in England. And the Romans, when they occupied this area, created these baths with the temple. And although it looks like it's boiling water, you can see the bubbles there. That's actually being created by gases coming out of the earth where there is a fault directly under us. Here you go, year 7s, a real Roman lady at the Roman baths. So what we're looking at here is one of the best known objects in the collection at the Roman baths. What the Roman baths do, the museum part of it, is that they actually use projections to help visitors see what things would have really looked like in the time of Roman occupation. Although this carving here is made out of stone and looks quite bland, it's explained that the Romans actually painted things quite colourfully, and you'll be able to see that as the projection progresses. This particular image, pendant, would have been on the top of the building as people entered the baths. And it was discovered in about 1790, and the face is known as the Gorgon's head, and it would have been about 15 metres above the temple. However, there's a lot of controversy that surrounds this image because it has all of these different symbols surrounding it that has puzzled historians for a long time, and it's quite hotly debated. In the corners are tritons, which are half men, half fish, servants of the water god Neptune. In the lower left centre is a face in the helmet in the form of a dolphin head. There's a small owl on the lower right, and the head itself has snakes entwined in its beard and wings above its ears and a star above. What the image actually represents is the thing that historians debate the most. And this is mainly because the Gorgon, or the story of the Gorgon, relates to a female character. And the image that you can see here is obviously male. It has a beard, it has a mustache. Some historians have explained this gender difference by claiming the figure is a little bit of a mashup of different imagery, and others see the central head as not a Gorgon at all, but a water god, because it's quite similar to the god Oceanus. Here is just a quick image that shows you how the Roman baths help visitors imagine what the baths actually would have looked like in their heyday. In the top left, you can see a screen with an animation that shows visitors exactly this area that we are looking at in real life. So you can see the steps off there to the right, and a curved entrance, and in the far back on the left is the altar.
It's rude.
It's not rude, it's a fact.
What a rude fact.
How did the ancient Romans wipe their butts?
They shared a sponge on a stick. And they got dressed together.
Hope you enjoyed exploring the Roman baths with us. And as Harry says, when in Rome,